Hi everybody, it's Linda with Paisley Farm and Crafts. Saturday afternoon here. Wanted to talk to everybody a little bit about the moringa tree. Its rejuvenating abilities, especially after shipping in the heat of summer. Our shipping season starts in about 2 weeks, and is for a lot of you who have bought plants from us in the past, we've shipped them in smaller coco coir, like these right here, or the Rockwool square media cubes. This year we're going to be shipping a little bit differently. We're going to be shipping bigger trees with a better root system. The roots will be wrapped in dirt and moist paper towels, and they'll be packaged differently. The package sizes will be different. We might not sell 6-packs. We may sell different things because they're going to be bigger. There'll be more to come on that next week. Today I just wanted to touch base with you just a little bit, because even if you've already got your moringas from last year and you had a cold spell and they're growing back, I want to show you what to look for so that you don't worry. Okay, so this is one of the ones that, as I said, is good and we'd probably ship. And these over here are some that I pulled in the middle of the day in the heat, which you don't do, and allowed them to get dry, like if they had gotten frostbite or they hadn't been planted in a long time. Okay, so you can see how bad it can get. If for some reason you get stuck at the post office, your trees could very well have branches like this sometimes when you get them. Does that mean your tree is in danger of dying? Very unlikely, as long as you plant it in a sand and soil mix, mostly sand, or a cactus sand, dirt from your yard. Give it a good dose of water when you first plant it, but after that, keep it only slightly damp. When you first get them, if their leaves obviously are just kind of green and droopy, you want to give it kind of partial sun for the first couple weeks, build it back up to that sun intensity that it loves. If it looks like this, it really doesn't matter, because these are going to fall off anyway, and you're going to have new branches very soon, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So back over here on the healthy tree, this is how moringas grow anyway. This is how they grow plants and, new stems and leaves. So I'm going to bring you in closer to the trunk. Okay. And if I move this branch, okay, and you see the cluster of stems there, you can see, like, right in here, where the branch meets the trunk, that little green stem looks like, whoop, there you go, it's like a green knob or nugget. That's actually a new branch starting, okay? And as moringa grow branches, sometimes the other branches will keep going, sometimes they fall off. But that's how moringa starts new branches and continues to grow taller and taller and taller, because they can grow 20 foot in a year. So when you have a tree that's been subjected to frost, colder weather, shipping, struggling when it comes back, you're going to get the same thing. So even though the tree looks like this, okay, and here's one that I already denuded today, as you can see. I took all the leaves off. I left a few stems because I would like to come back in a couple days and show you how the new tree trunks come in the middle so you can see them. They're going to look like this. Occasionally, they'll do the exact same thing to grow back. So for instance, on this one you can see, up here, I already popped the branch off of it, okay? But right there is a new stem growing out. That's a new stem that will have leaves on it very soon. So the key to taking care of your moringa is you want to take anything like this off, because the longer that's on there, the tree tries to give it nutrients. It's not going to come back. When leaves turn yellow, they do not come back. So you want to take those off. A lot of people will try to grab scissors, clippers. To be honest with you, especially with small moringas, you don't want to do that. Actually, all you have to do is snap it down. Just gently pull it down, it will come off. So will healthy branches, by the way, if you need to take them to dry leaves. And when you do this, you're letting the tree have the opportunity to give the little growths that are coming in okay, above where the old branch was, the nutrients it needs to grow without trying to give these older branches stuff that they don't need anymore. Okay, so on this one that I had already done, you can already see that it's got new growth there, and there's another branch starting right there. Let's see if I can see any more for you. Oops. Looks like about it right now. They can grow back very, very quickly. And here's one more. This is another one. As you can see, it's got two stems at the top. Okay, in the middle, I'm going to bring you back in here. Okay, you can see there's a little stem growing there. I'll put my finger behind it. Maybe it'll make it easier to see. Okay. So a little teeny piece in there. That's a new stem starting up. Now with this one, and this is something sometimes people ask, you got the top. Obviously your top might not snap as easy, okay? And you could damage the new branch that's coming out. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the bottom branch right here and just kind of pull it down. It's going to fall off. Doesn't hurt the branch that's coming in. And then you're going to want to take either a very sharp pair of scissors or a sharp pair of clippers and go right in where the branch meets and hard to do with one hand here. There you go. And it snips off. And then you can see when I've snipped it off, see you already got your new branch right there starting to grow. I'll go sideways here so you can see it. See that? But because I used scissors and I was careful because it was the old top of the tree, we didn't damage that branch. So 5 to 7 days we should have a lot of 2 to 4 inch branches coming out on all these little places where the branches were right above it. For those of you that trim your moringas down and keep them shorter and, you know, grow them for leaves, you know how when you cut it off, you top the tree off so it doesn't grow 20 foot straight up. Your branches, your new branches will grow from the side of the trunk and not from the front. That's just how the moringa grows, and it develops more of a bush-like quality. If you want, you can let it grow taller and make it into a bush. So never fear when you get trees or you have a rough winter and they look like this or they look like this. Trim your branches. Give it minimal care. And pretty soon you will have a tree that looks like this. And we'll come back in a couple weeks. We'll revisit these and we'll look at how they're doing and give you further updates on them. On the new shipping that we're going to do this year, we're also going to have other plants besides the moringa. We already have dragon fruit. We have guava, pomegranate, desert rose plants. We have a lot of different plants this year, fruit and flowering, that can bring health to you and enjoyment. Those will be shipped a little bit differently because they're a little bit different type of plant. But with all our plants this year, unless there's a special set of circumstances, we are not doing any return policies, no warranties, because when we ship trees now, they have an extremely good root system, which means that if I chop the tree off down here at the base, it would still grow back because the root system has a very nice taproot on it. Moringas grow a taproot. This is a smaller taproot. It kind of looks like a carrot. And the bigger the tree gets, the bulb here in the middle, right below the trunk, gets very fat and round. And then all these little teeny branches and root systems like that will come off of that. Moringa has the taproot that goes in deep, and then all the little roots that you see are shallow, and they tend to stay closer to the ground. And that's where it takes its water, and then the reason it likes loose soil is because it wants that water to go away really quick from the roots. So when you get your trees, you'll have a root at least that big or bigger. And that ensures that there is a 99.9% chance that your trees are going to come back wonderfully and very quickly. Now, obviously, our trees typically don't look like that when they arrive. They tend to look like this with just a little bit of a wilt to the leaves because they've been in the dark for a few days. We'll be providing pictures this year of what they should look like when they arrive, so you can be aware ahead of time, and also give you, good detailed instructions on how to bring them back to this way as quickly as possible. And as always, myself and Virginia and Jessica, we're always here to help you any way we can. Give us a call, give us a shout, drop us an email, and we'll be glad to help any way we can in getting your trees back to full strength. Check back later, and I'll show you our desert rose and our dragon fruit and some of the new plants that are going out, and show you how big they are and what their root systems look like, so you can be assured that those also will ship very well, because they're very, very strong. So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend out there. Stay safe, eat healthy, happy planting, and until next time, it's Linda. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.